Think there's any gators in that water? I don't know. What do you think? There's any gators in that water? Beautiful Lake Okeechobee. Where's everybody? Who wants to go to Lake O? I do, I do. I love this lake. I love this lake. Go up on the bridge. Pier. Oh, I don't know if I call it a pier, but yeah, I guess I call it a pier. Yes. Alligators and snakes. It's a twofer. Twofer danger. Who's afraid of alligators and snakes? Not these guys. They're not even afraid of snakes. They're like alligators and snakes. Yeah, we're not scared of them. Hi, Darla. Doesn't sound clear. Oh, holy guacamole. What fresh hell awaits us? Muffled. Oh, all right. Well, maybe my headphones. Disconnect everything. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on. That guys, how's that sounding? Better now? Let me know. Give me a sound check. Check one. Check one. Oh, my girls are here. Yes, better. Okay. Hi, Sandy. Hi, guys. Thank you for your help. Good thing I didn't do like a special open or anything today. Look at that. Looks like corn, but it's not. You know what that is? That is sugarcane. Sugarcane growing in them there weeds. I know sugarcane when I sees it. All right, I could be wrong. I'm not an expert, but I have seen some sugarcane, and that's what it looks like to me. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, I gotta hurry up and get to that covered bridge because it is hot as the dickens out here, although there is a really beautiful breeze, and it's actually lovely here in Lake Okeechobee. I've got my book, whoops. I've got my book, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? And I am gearing up for my first book signing for this book. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm also excited to be a publisher. The reason I seem distracted is because I'm looking for gators. And I also want to get to the covered bridge, and I can't see a thing with my sunglasses on. Let's see. All right, clear as can be. Thank you, Julie. We're looking for gators over here. Everybody focus. Okay, people focus. Welcome to today's beach report. It's a big difference from being in the Double Roads Tavern listening to amazing music. Now we're listening to the birds sing, and the world is turning a little bit slower when you're on Lake Okeechobee, Florida's largest lake. This lake is called the Heart of Florida. It's very special. All right, now I feel safe again. Look at that. Look, that water is so brown today. Brown and muddy looking. Not crystal clear. I don't see any gators, but they're in there. Usually they look like lines. It's a busy lake. It's a big lake. And the birds. Always the birds, but you know what? There's no bugs. And I'm thinking it's a pretty good good time. I just don't have anywhere to like park my camera. I'll have to hold it and read at the same time. I don't know if I can handle that. So I love to be at Lake Okeechobee, especially now when there's, I just killed a bug. Not a lot of bugs. This place can get horrible. You get to the point where you just want to run screaming back to your car. And the mosquitoes here are like, let's just say, they're big. They're big. The one that I just killed, I think, had its own zip code. It was huge. It's very beautiful and peaceful here. This place holds a lot of memories for me with my husband, who passed away almost 3 years ago. How beautiful. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. Yeah, the clouds are pretty. Hey, Patrice. Yeah, Okeechobee is a special little cow town. It's adorable. This part of Florida, I think, is neglected. When people think of Florida, they just think of beaches. But this right here, this is the heart of Florida. And that water is teeming with all sorts of wildlife. Hi, Normal. So welcome, you guys. Welcome to today's beach report. We're on Lake Okeechobee, one of my favorite places to come to. Sorry, Normal. I don't know your small business, but you just shouted it out for yourself. So there you go. I don't really believe in the desserts. Desserts are like kind of killing me here. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, you know, I do love dark chocolate though, but that's kind of off topic. I'm a writer and a book publisher. You hear the bird song? Chirp, chirp, chirp. We can listen. Maybe we'll hear some baby gators calling for their mama. I think this is about the time when the baby gators are born. Well, you know, I am a, you might not know this, but I am a journalist, a 40-year veteran journalist. And I do write about food and travel and all sorts of things. And the thing about chocolate is that most chocolate is produced in a way that it is not good. First of all, they maybe use cocoa butter, or not cocoa butter, I'm sorry. Maybe it is cocoa butter. I don't know, the some solids, some of the fats that they use, it isn't healthy. And the other thing is in sourcing chocolate and making chocolate, sometimes that is a job done by slaves. So you have to be careful about that too. So I'd be interested in knowing, where are you sourcing your chocolate? How are you producing it? What ingredients are you using? Because these days you have to be super careful about everything that you eat. And the butters, the fats, the solids, some of them are just horrific for you. So good luck with your chocolate business. And if you do come up with something that's healthy, because dark chocolate is very good for you, but not if it has a bunch of, bad fats and full of sugar. So let me know. Maybe consider using honey or maple syrup as a sweetener. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a writer. Hear those birds? There's a bird over here. Wait a minute. Just laying on this path. I don't know if he's hurt, but I don't want to go over there because it's going to be hot. So I believe it's these birds over here having a big conversation. Can you hear them? Ray used to always tell me about the conversations the birds were having. He'd be like, that one's talking about a dog that's been in the area and they're worried that it's going to come out today, and whole big stories. Hi, Kenneth. This is a good place to chill and contemplate life for sure. Look at these birds. So peaceful and beautiful here. Even though the water is a really murky brown color, kind of horrible looking, but you hear these birds? They look like seagulls, but they sound like doves. All right, Normal, well, if you can make a healthy chocolate alternative, you let me know, you send me a sample, and I will talk you up. Yeah, that's what Ray would talk about that. He would tell me stuff like that. Sometimes Ray was making up stories, I think. I don't know, I love them. Normal, I have Instagram. It's called The Beach Report, but I don't really use it. I'm more of a Facebook user, which will be going live on Facebook, but you can check out The Beach Report on Instagram or Facebook. Well, these birds are pretty active. That movie, The Birds, I think it's a real thing. Fraley's. What is that? Umlaut on the A, or what is that over there? Where are you coming from, Normal? That's an interesting way to spell your name. Gators, where are the gators? Come out, wherever you are. Jill's always looking for gators in Lake Okeechobee, because there are always gators in Lake Okeechobee. All right, you guys. Well, I have a small audience right now, but people have been asking me to read my book to them, and I think of innovative ways or places to read it. So, Fraley's. I said it right. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna flip my book open since I don't have use of both my hands. This is not gonna be easy, but I will attempt it. Okay. Here's one. Here's it. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Here's a chapter that will blow your mind. Whoa. Sorry, guys. So this is actually kind of the crux of my book. Do you think about me on my birthday? That's me. On my birthday, my first birthday. So this chapter is what the book is basically all about, which is when I was a teenager. I was 17 years old and was my first year of college. And all of a sudden, these people invaded my already turbulent life. It is normal. Everything is interesting. This couple, well, here, how about I just read it to you? How about we do it that way? Ready? It's story time on the Beach Report. Here, live on Lake Okeechobee. I'm going to turn the camera around unless like you need to watch me read this. I think it's better if you just watch the lake and look for gators and let me know if you see any. You turn it around. Then I don't have to worry about my camera work too much. Or maybe I do. Ooh. Okay. All right. Ready? Ready? I'm going to start reading. Leah's first, this is called The Initial Invasion. And the character named Leah is, of course, my alter ego. So, here we go. Leah's first few weeks as a freshman co-ed were the busiest she'd ever experienced in her life. They were also the loneliest. Look at the person seated to the left of you, the dorm resident assistant instructed the girls. Leah looked at the back of her roommate's head. Her name was Roberta Elkton, but she told everyone to call her Bobby. She was a sweet girl from a small town in Ohio. Look at the person seated to the right of you, the RA instructed. Leah looked at the back of another girl's head. She saw small, gold-hooped earrings and short brown hair. Leah hadn't yet met this girl, but when she heard her voice, she had the feeling that she already knew her. One of you will not be here at the end of the year, the petite blonde woman warned them. That's right, girls. 1 out of every 3 freshmen will not make it to sophomore year. I'll still be here, Leah silently vowed, but the RA's dire prediction worried her just the same. Leah and Bobby walked back to their room, and a few seconds later there was a knock on the door. It was the girl who was sitting to the right of her. Leah Stern? She inquired, to which Leah replied as though into a keyhole through which she could see the past. Rachel Rose! Leah smiled broadly as she suddenly remembered that Rachel was from her Jewish youth group in Pittsburgh when she was 12 years old. Ohio was an unfamiliar land to her, and she found it comforting to suddenly reconnect with someone from her childhood. Leah and her new friends went to classes and parties, to bars and on dates. It was nonstop excitement and adventure. She reveled in finally attaining the status of full-fledged college co-ed. The roomies spent their first couple of weeks giggling into their beds at night, talking to each other about everything. Bobby was enthralled with Leah's tales of her coastal haven antics. This was the first time she had ever been away from home, and Leah tried to shield her new friend from the harsh realities of sex and love, just as she herself had been sheltered by her friends back in high school. But Leah told Bobby everything else about her home life, her parents' divorce, and her adoption, complete with the story of the gypsy's prediction that she would someday meet her biological parents. Wow, marveled Bobby from her bed on the opposite side of the dorm room. I've never met anyone like you before. Leah sighed, suddenly realizing the college students weren't as experienced and as she'd expected them to be. They were just kids right out of high school, most experiencing life without their mommies for the very first time. She thought about her own irreparably broken home and knew that she had been allowed to jump out of the nest before she had any comprehension of how difficult it could be to fly and roam about freely without getting eaten by a cat. It was a sunny day in early October when Leah had just returned to her dorm room from the post office with a huge care package from home. While she was opening her box of goodies, she heard a knock on the door. Expecting Rachel to be standing there, Leah was surprised to see a man and a woman, both attractive, well-dressed people with Halloween smiles on their faces. A pleasant-looking blonde in her late 30s, the woman began talking while the man stood grinning behind her. You don't remember me, but I used to work in the same hospital as your father when he was doing his residency in Denver. You were just a baby then. I'm Dolores, and this is my husband, Herman. We were visiting friends in the area, and we saw your name on the freshman roster and thought it might be you. Very strange, thought Leah. Who invited them in anyway, not bothering to close the door to her room on purpose? Dolores asked, How's your father? Oh, fine, answered Leah. So you haven't seen him in a long time? Not since you were a baby, she replied. How old are you anyway? 18? No, I won't be 18 until November. Oh, really? I thought you were 18, she insisted. Nope, I'm just a pup. Can't even vote for the president until 1988. Hi. There was an awkward moment as they sized each other up. Leah figured that maybe this woman would be interested in seeing a recent picture of her dad, so she brought the woman's attention to a family portrait on her wall. You look like your sister, she commented to Leah's surprise. Well, okay, so I've given you just a taste. But as people are coming to visit, I think I will stop here. I will be doing more story times for you in the near future, especially since I am in the midst of publishing not one, not two, not three, not four, 5 books all at once. I think I can do it. I'm learning a lot this week, so wish me luck. And I am going to give you one last look at the amazing Lake Okeechobee, which not a lot of people get to see because it's definitely a best kept secret here in the middle of Florida. If you ever drive through, be sure and stop here. We'll walk to the edge down here. These birds are not gonna like that, but oh well. Look at them. Listen to how they beep. They're beepers. They're a bunch of beepers. Beep, 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 beep. They're mad. They're like, damn you, lady. This is where we hang out. You just came here and made us run away. I know, I'm sorry. I have a right to be here too. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Japan. So many different bird calls. This is a really pretty popular place, so I'm lucky I had that much time in order to just read my book, but I don't think I should do it in front of a bunch of strangers. I don't know. Maybe it's more apropos at the beach. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I gotta get a feel for it. You know, it's I consider I have a new job now because I am not just an author and a journalist and a show host. I am now a publisher. I'm also an editor, but I was always an editor. But now I'm really a publisher, so I want to take you guys on this journey with me, which, trying to put sunglasses on. It's not easy. Oh, man. Sorry you had to see that. It's hard to do things with one hand. I really feel sorry for people who hurt their hand. Either one, doesn't matter. It's a nightmare. Living with one hand. It will change your life, I'm sure. 100%. Okay, let's look at the coast here of Lake O. It's not like a beach at all. It's marshy swampland. In those grasses, there's all sorts of critters and snakes and gators. And we know there's rattlesnakes in Florida. We've seen them up close. Look at that beautiful purple flowers right there, you guys. What are they called? Can you see them? So gorgeous. Look at that. Look how vibrantly purple that is. Well, you know what? God made the snakes, so you can't say ooh to them all. God made the mosquitoes too, you know? There's a reason for everything and everyone. Unto heaven. To everything, turn, turn, turn. Yes, there is a season and a time for every purpose unto heaven. Look at this, so beautiful. This is the heart of Florida. And if you watch the beach report, you'll learn more about the real Florida, parts of Florida that nobody really thinks about, because it's not just a tourist destination. It's also the breadbasket of our country, not to mention a huge ecosystem for animals, wildlife that don't even exist anywhere in the world. The Everglades is one of our greatest resources. No, it's not a resource so much as it's a protected ecosystem, a unique protected ecosystem. And I don't agree with Alligator Alley at all. But I do know that the land can be very forgiving, and the animals that have moved out of there, and I know that they have, there are a lot of wildlife is now showing up in this area that would normally be in the Everglades due to alligator Alcatraz. And it is what it is. But you know, everybody's adaptable. And I think that's something that everybody forgets, is that one of the biggest strengths of any person, any species is adaptability. Being able to be comfortable anywhere. And I know this for a fact. I am one of the most adaptable people you're ever going to meet. I moved to Switzerland in 1990, 89, 90, I forget right now. But anyway, I lived there for 10 years and I had to learn the language, and I even became a Swiss citizen, which not a lot of people can do because it does take a certain dedication and proof that you have assimilated into your community in Switzerland, which I appreciate. I think it's good to have to prove that you are part of the community. Because why do you want people living amongst you who don't care about your community? Makes a lot of sense to me. And I did try to embody that and be a good part of my community. And then, I don't even know how it happened, but I got to come home to America, a fractured America. When I was in Switzerland, I saw the Clintons come to power, and I was horrified by the Clintons. I thought they were the most evil people I'd ever seen. I watched CNN start reporting the news and lying about it constantly. I'm like looking behind me, I'm like, is anybody? I graduated journalism school in 1987, Ohio University Scripps School of Journalism. And I was taught differently than what I see now. Even the AP News and Reuters, they're not the same. Using unnamed sources, that's bananas and strictly against normal journalism protocol. Anyway, it tells you a lot. It tells you that journalism is turned into propaganda right in front of our eyes. Wait, there's a bird calling my attention here. He's in the trees there. It just flew away. Beautiful hair. Anyway, now I want to help other people tell their stories just like I always have as a journalist. I was never a gotcha journalist. I was a community journalist. It was municipal news, school district. I didn't even want to do murder, although I did do obituaries, things that matter to people. I know I'm all over the place today. I ask that you give me grace because I am a widow. Coming up on the 3rd year of having lost my husband, the day after Hurricane Ian. But he died of cancer, not the hurricane. They saved my life. Anyway, a lot comes up, you know, on the anniversary of somebody's death. And on the first anniversary, you're still in shock. You're still like, what just happened? And every single day is like, what did we do last year? Like he was just there. And then the second year, it starts to dawn on you that, well, I don't think he's coming back, you know, and you try to move on with your life. Although then you start looking for signs that he's around, that he's somehow influencing life, making it better, always helping. I hear from him in a lot of different ways, always with the animals, and that is why I seek places like this. Today, I have a lot of work to do as I'm pursuing my new job of becoming a publisher. So I have to drive another hour and a half at least, and then I have a lot of work to do. So I thought, do I really want to stop at Lake Okeechobee? And then I was like, yeah. I hear Ray in my head saying, go to... I hope you can hear me. Can you guys give me a sound check? Let me know. It's dangerous to stand in one place around here. You stand in one place and the bugs are like, what's this? Okay, I'm back. All right. And you can hear? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, great. So anyhow, I just want to let you know that the next few weeks, Jill is going to be knuckling down super hard, publishing books, publishing as many books as I can in a couple of weeks, in 3 weeks. I'm cutting out. All right, I'm going to go back out and come back in. All right, give me a sound check now. You know, we worked through all the problems. Tell me if you can hear me. Give me the sound check. Hi, Michael. Can you hear me? I'm not cutting out. Okay, awesomeness. All right. I mean, sometimes it's just you. It's just you, Kenneth. It's not, see, everyone else is like, no, it's not you. I mean, it's not me. All right, you guys. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I'm hard at work, but I know that I do have to take breaks every now and then. And when I take my breaks, it will be, look, why am I standing here with the parking lot behind me when I can have beautiful Lake Okeechobee behind me? Well, probably because the lighting's better, but yeah, it's really, really beautiful. So if you ever come through Florida, I highly recommend that you do stop at Lake Okeechobee. On your way to the East Coast, to the West Coast, don't take Alligator Alley. Do a more fun way. Anyway, there's really no other way to come across if you're up north, like you're coming from West Palm, going over to Sarasota. It's pretty much the only route. So, but it is through the most beautiful area of Lake Okeechobee. Hi Ginger. Oh Ginger, you're another one. Ginger, I don't know what you wrote, girl. Can you write it again? Anyway, Ginger's another one whose book I will be publishing. It is hot like crazy down here, Michael. Oh my gosh. It's pretty brutal, but right here, Lake Okeechobee, we've got a lovely breeze and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I can't complain, and it's not even very buggy, so it's really quite beautiful. I don't see any gators or snakes, so we're okay. But you know I want to see the gators, but I don't. I mean, I'm not looking for trouble, I'm just saying. Oh, Mama survived surgery. Yes, and I saw the picture of Mama with her great grandbaby. Oh, praise the Lord. I've been praying for your mama, Ginger. I'm so glad she's going to be okay. I know she is. She's tough. She's very tough. This is another chapter for your book, my friend. Yeah, great grandbaby. How exciting is that? Oh, your mama's so lucky and she's so loved. I was very concerned about you when I went to Texas, and I knew that you had to focus on getting your mother better, and I'm so glad that it's all working out. You know, it's scary when our parents or grandparents get sick, because you're reminded that life is so fleeting. It can be so long and it can be so short, but it is always too short with our pets, with our people, everybody. But I do truly believe there's another place. I don't think we're home when we're here. I think we're on some kind of a, if you will, a college, a lesson, a place to learn. I think we're all a bunch of incredible journeymen, warriors. Have no idea how very strong and capable we are of doing pretty much anything we want to do. So I'm testing that theory out every day. And I want to take you guys on this journey with me, and I hope that I inspire you too. And if I can help you, you let me know. All right, you guys. Yes, happy Friday. Happy Sabbath day. Oh, God is so real, Michael. And if you just accept him into your life and give everything up to him and be like, do what you want with me. Let me be your tool. Let me be your servant. You find out. He'll keep you busy, but in a good way. It's pretty wonderful, actually. So keep watching the Beach Report, and you can watch me as I do walk in faith. Shabbat Shalom, Ginger. And oh, I just made a new logo for my business, which is jillbooks.com. Today I'm going to work on the website. I hate the website, but I got to work on it. Anyway, my new logo has a Jewish Star of David, and then it has a cross inside of it, or on top of it. Anyway, it's really cool and I love it. Nick says, I believe we're all on separate paths, but all meant to help each other in times of need. And not just times of need, Nick. I believe that we are all meant to work with each other, you know, to collaborate, to be creators together. I don't think, you know, the way they say, let no man be an island. That's no fun. I love to work with other people, and I have to tell you, I'm working with a couple of writers these days. They are amazing. They're so great to work with, and I'm so enjoying this job, becoming a publisher. So I hope you guys will follow my journey. Buy some books, because I'm learning. Publisher, you really put up a lot of, not collateral so much, but you put in a lot of time and effort with the hopes that you'll sell somebody's book. You know, there's no guarantees. But I'm going to try really hard, and I hope that you guys will help me, because you're my readers. So, and be never afraid to buy a book from me. It's jillbooks.com, JILLBOOKS.com. And right now, it doesn't have any of the good information on it yet. But I'm going to work on that today, because I'm crazy that I don't, right? Like, what am I doing? Anyway. I will see you soon, Darla, up in Pennsylvania. We'll be going to Flight 93 Memorial for 9/11 this year, which my book will be, by the grace of God, sold in the Flight 93 Memorial bookstore. And It's a very special place for me, so I hope you will join us all. I'll have some amazing people with me too when I'm there. It won't be just me. You know, it's never just me, you guys. It's never about me. It's about you. When you succeed, that's when I know I succeed. When your life is better because you saw a show that I did, or I made you think, hey, that would be a cool idea, then I'm succeeding and you're succeeding. That's how it works. Oh, birds, they say, oh. All right, you guys. Well, I greatly appreciate you, my readers, my followers, my audience. And I'm going to say ciao for now. Thank you, Kenneth. You have a great day, too. I'll see you on the next Beach Report. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yes, thank you, JillBooks.com. Yes, website. Gotta work on it. Gotta work on it. Pray for me. Pray for me. It's the worst. But I can do it. All right. See you guys later.